Hey guys, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. We're just continuing on. My name's T-Strat, by the way. We're just continuing on from where we left off. In the last episode, we defeated the old Dragon Slayer, and we also defeated the Fluxile Sentry, although we died twice doing it. So there's the death count 2. Not too bad considering we have defeated a bunch of bosses. I've decided to keep their souls in the item box. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boss souls in there so far. 2 deaths total. Not too bad. Something else I wanted to mention. If you notice, my Dark Orb, I actually have 21 shots now, even though it started as 20. So as we level up stuff, we'll get more and more uses out of it. So that's kind of awesome. I also have enough stats now to actually wield the Hayd Knightsword. And actually, I wonder, can I power stance this? I can. So I can power stance the Hayd Knightsword and the Fire Longsword. That's pretty awesome. Alright, so where to today? I'm thinking that we want to go to... I want to go to the Huntsman's area first. Now, I could do the Bastille. There's also, obviously, we can also drop down the hole and do the Gulch and the was it Grave of Saints or something. But I don't really want to do that yet because that's kind of an annoying area. The reason I'm choosing to do this is because it'll also give us a couple of the fragrant branches of yore. Alright, these guys drop poison on you, so easiest way to deal with them, just knock them out of the sky from range. So the fragrant branches of yore are useful for curing, they cure what's it called? Petrification. So if you're petrified, use a fragrant branch of yore on the petrified person, and they should be fine. We'll do that as soon as we get one, but we need a couple before we can go use them effectively. There's also a guy in the Bastille. Oh. I hate trading blows. I like just killing people, but I hate trading blows. Can I lock onto you? No? Come on, let me... I don't want to drop down there. Ow. Oh god. I actually knew he was there. I just wanted to try this. You can also bash these out. Get a little light in here. Can you see him now? Oh, now I can see him. You're done for now. Just pull out this. And boom. You can also just drop down and kill him. But yeah, I think if you light up the area, then your actual range of where you can lock on is greater. Because you can see more. So that kind of makes sense. I actually really like that mechanic. This guy, let's see if he does it this time. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. He just... I don't know. There's a couple guys in the game that just do stupid things, and he is one of them. The other guy that does stupid things is me, so look forward to that. Alright, so there is something that I want to do up there, but first off, I want to make sure that I don't do stupid stuff. So we'll knock this over, and we'll light this bonfire. Alright, so now if we die, we will appear at that bonfire, which is nice, so that's good. If we go this way, now last time I showed you that I was in a covenant. I joined a covenant with a thing of fidelity, a mark of fidelity or whatever. That down there is one, and to get there, what you want to do, let's see if I can do it right this time, is you want to just run off the edge. Don't jump, just run off the edge, and then press back so you don't keep going. And boom. Okay, I barely made it, but yeah. Token of Fidelity, Ferrous Lockstone. Pick those up. They're good. Then you just run off this edge into this hole. Not too bad. Alright, so there are more of those awesome butterflies in here. And we took that one out, the one that was on the roof. Oh, man. Poisoned. So if you use a life gem when you're poisoned, it pretty much counters the effects, at least for a while. So, and we'll be using that feature of the life gems in the next zone. So not this one, but the next one. Alright, and if we go to this little mushroom, we can actually target him, knock him out, and then this guy, if we want, we could fight him, but let's be honest, why would we want to fight him when we can just do that? Those butterfly guys, they always drop poison moss, which cures poisons, so it's always good to just kill them just to pick those up. In here, we have a special item. Ricard's Rapier. I do not have the skill to wield this yet, and I only had one character who could, and I really kind of want to test it out a bit more. But it's got a cool like rapier effect. That's the coolest thing though. So it's right trigger, like that. And you can parry with it if you dual wield, and then yeah. So what I actually want to do on my other character, this is a secret door, this is the way to get out. My other character, I want to power stance dual Ricard's rapiers and see how effective that is. Alright, and you think there's no way out? Well, it's this thing. Little Iron Maiden here. No, when you're wearing like really bulky armor, it sticks through and it's kind of funny. Alright. And then we end up on this side of that wall that we cleared out. So basically the reason I didn't want to drop down here is because I knew that I was going to be here later and I wanted to make sure that I got the other stuff taken care of. Oh yeah. So that's good. Take this. You can light that torch down there, but it's not really necessary. It's pretty well lit anyway, with the light coming in from the sky. Alright, and this guy, he's hanging back back there because there's an enemy that he wants to basically bait you into. A little ambush, if you will. He's got a little sword buddy. I'm a no-nonsense kind of person when it comes to these guys. They will mess you up, and they have messed me up plenty of times before. Now, previously I kicked this thing down. It was just a shortcut to get back to this bonfire. And I also didn't rest at this bonfire because I didn't want to reset all the guys I killed on the way here. Now that I've gone through that whole section and killed all those guys, it's safe to rest here. And they'll respawn, but we won't have to deal with them because we're ahead of that. So, yay us! Alright, so welcome to the main area of the Huntsman's Cups. Cool little lore thing about this. Basically, in the days of the old Iron King, which was the king that one of the kings that Vendrick overthrew, they learned about the undead, right? And basically they set up these hunts, and you know there's basically a bunch of guys that came out here to hunt undead. Now that was a good idea, but the problem was they're undead, so they can't die. And these guys are weird. Okay. Got him. Okay. So they came to hunt the undead. The only issue is that the undead don't die. So they just kept coming, you know, they eventually just kept coming back. And then on top of that, the people who were hunting the undead started turning into undead. So it just did not work. Not a very bright idea. Let's aggro this guy. Come on, buddy. All the way over here. Let's go. Get this out. There we go. I think that's probably the one we're gonna use against those guys, just because poison. I always forget about this one. Oh no, wrong one. Reapply dark weapon, just because I can. And I didn't back up. I'm poisoned again. Once again, life gem. It'll just sort of keep your health at a constant level. And if you're too low because of it, then you can always just use your Estus, which is faster than the poison. The only problem is, when the Estus expires, your health will drop. Just like when my life gem expired, I lost that. Let's try fighting this guy with the orbs only. Look at that. Didn't even get to me, although I was ready to roll away, in case he did. But that's not too bad. It's not like ridiculous damage, although I'm not using a very advanced spell. It's just a normal dark orb. I also am not like a super high level, or I'm using a really high leveled catalyst either. So, but I mean, 300 damage to that guy definitely gets the job done. This is a little bit of an ambush here. 200 to him. Well, that second hit did 300. It's a little variable, I guess. That's okay. I like to just hide behind this tree here until he tries something. Or, you know, I could just suck it up and take 2 arrows, which I don't need to take. Gosh. Sometimes I just play really poorly. And that was just bad of me. Took 2 more arrows. Alright, there's a guy up there. I can see him. I saw some guy who was able to target him like some whatever. You can target him right there. 200 damage. Another 200. So about 200 damage. I think I got a really nice hit on that one guy that did 300. But, you know, magic is a pretty constant source of damage. So, you know, the swords and weapons and stuff, they have sort of a variable damage that is dependent on how you hit them. So if I hit somebody with like the hilt of my sword, it's going to do hardly anything. But if I hit somebody with the blade end of my sword, it's going to do a lot of damage. If I clip somebody with like the side of my sword when I'm doing a stab, it won't do that much damage. But if I poke them and like puncture them with it, it'll do a lot. Things like that. It's really important with like axes and stuff. When you have like the head of the axe versus like the handle of the axe, it'll actually make a difference. So if you look in there, it's a bonfire, but we can't get there yet. We have to get an item first. So let's just keep moving. The only issue with using that as your main source of damage, it's not a bad thing to use that as a main source. Let's actually use a shield for a minute. Oop, turn and face, please. Alright, there's an archer back there, you saw that? Yeah, he's trying to shoot me. The only issue with yeah, so if I sit here, I can just block him for days. Doesn't do any damage to me. But of course that's boring. Ugh. But I can do this. Really? You actually didn't... Sometimes they switch to a different weapon when you get that close. What was I saying? Gosh. Yeah, using the dark orb. It's fine. The issue with it comes when you run out of dark orbs because you just used it on a bunch of weak people. And you know, if you used it all and you suddenly need it for like a boss fight or something, or to snipe some guy who's being really annoying, you know, you don't have it anymore. So that could be a problem. Generally with the dark orb though, you have so many uses that it doesn't really make a difference. Alright, here you find the undead lockaway key, and that links us to the bonfire that is back here. Now if you notice on the way here, I ran pretty much straight to this key. There are a lot of different paths that lead off of this, but this is the main one if you're just looking to just clear the area. We'll probably go through the other ones. There's a summon sign right here. Somebody really likes to go through this area. It's small too, which is really weird because they might not last long enough. And who is that?
Who are you? I thought you were that bastard for a moment. You've set me free. Now I can fight the cheeky prick. He won't know what hit him. I am Creighton of Mirror. I travel from land to land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way, but he was no more than a backstabbing knave. He took the first chance he had to try and off me. I decided to set a trap for him here. But then I got trapped myself. I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along.
So he tried to set a trap that closed in behind him. Wonder who the guy he's talking about is.
You be careful of him. Pate, I think he said. He wears this rather unusual ring. You'll know it when you see it. I've seen his type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. The man's better off dead. I tell ya. He's a slick talker, so don't let him fool ya.
Pate. That's the guy who helped us in the Forest of the Giants. He didn't seem like a hardcore killer to me. I mean, he obviously, you know, warned us about the trap. He gave us the soapstone after, you know, finishing it, and let us keep all the stuff we found in there. It's not like he tried to steal it from us. Helped us with the giant. He seems like a nice guy, so I wonder what's going on with this. Creighton seems to think that Pate's a no-good, dirty, rotten, you know, murdering, bad person all around. So we'll continue to follow this storyline. It gets a lot more interesting.
Pate, the man with a strange ring. Watch out for the slimy rat. And don't you believe a word he says. I'll find the common footbed and put an end to his roguery.
And we can learn the fist pump gesture, which is kind of a cool one. Let's do... Yeah, so this is pumped up. But that's like, that's alright. But a fist pump is... Oh yeah. So I really like that gesture. Let's light this bonfire. Why don't we? We'll take a nap here. And that reset all of our skills. So we have 21 dark orbs, 4 dark weapons, and all our weapons are repaired. And let's continue. Now I got to thinking. Let's show you guys this way. I'm not playing this like really safe as far as my build goes, and I was trying to think, like, you know, what is the safest build that I could do? By the way, these things will curse you, and you don't want that. Cursing turns you hollow, and of course when you're hollow you lose health. So the other thing is this guy's not actually dead because there's a necromancer. New enemy type. See, like he's still down there. Ooh, dodged. Alright, Alright. Break this. And... Alright, so once we kill him, then, and only then, will these guys stay dead. Anyway, this isn't the most safe way to play the game. It's fun because, you know, I gotta use hexes and stuff. But if I was going for like a no death run, I probably wouldn't play without just wearing a shield all the time. So I was thinking, what would be the safest way to play? You'd either have a shield on that you just like never take off. Oh gosh, what am I doing? I thought I had Dark Orb equipped. You know, just never take your shield off. But that's not really that fun. And you know what? I need the shield because this guy's annoying. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Like I said, you know, if I had the shield on all the time, I'd be a lot safer. The other way that you could play, which I think would be plenty safe, would be if you had a weapon that, say I like to have that just like one-shot that guy. If I had a weapon that could not only one-shot that guy, but had some sort of long reach sweeping attack that would also one-shot everybody else, that would be probably the safest of all that I could be. Alright. And for this guy, is he gonna... Can we hit him with that? Okay. Alright, so there's a guy back there. He's red. He got summoned, and his only purpose in life is to give us a bad time. Look at him run. Holy crap. Alright, so we're going to bait out an attack or two. Oh gosh. So I'm wearing a Ring of Life protection. I guess I could talk about that. See, it broke, right? Now what it did is basically prevented me from going hollow, which is awesome because I don't want to go hollow. And I get to keep all my souls. But it broke. So I have to pay 3,000 souls to repair it. Now, that seems like a lot, but if you consider it, 3,000 souls to keep 8,000 souls. So it's a net total of 5,000 right there that I don't have to worry about losing. So if I died in like the worst of places, then I'm still okay because I can just pay the 3,000 and save all of my souls. And I don't know why I keep trading hits as opposed to just killing them. But anyway, let's go up here because I don't think I showed you guys up here yet. There's a guy in that bush, and there's a bug there that I have a really tough time getting. Because I think like once you get to a certain distance, he'll just start bolting. And I can never get in range to hit him before he escapes. Still there? Okay, there's another archer over that way, but I'm going to try for this bug. I'm going to try to run at him and use Dark Orb. Did I get him? Oh, I did! Totally worth an archer shot. That wasn't though. What? So the idea here is that this was supposed to bait you into running out here and just getting ambushed by people. It never fooled me, but you know, it's fine. Titanite shard, large Titanite shard, and a Titanite chunk. So like one of everything except for the slab, but yeah. Alright, this guy is an idiot. He just kind of runs off the edge. There, 3,000 damage. Okay. So there is that guy up ahead. And we didn't really get a good chance to fight him because I was dumb and just died. So here we're gonna give it a good go. I'm gonna equip this just to give us a little more casting speed since I'm not worried about dying here. And Yeah, let's so one of the ways to take care of this guy, he's gonna start spawning, and I just like to just charge him, right? So he spawns in, and go. Alright, so we did that, and now we can just sort of bait out some attacks. And I got the shield. Oh, you Estus chugging jerk. They can drink Estus too, so watch out for that. Watch. Alright, so here's one thing. No damage. Look. Look. Come on. Damage me. Damage me. Do it. Oh, you don't. Fall off. Don't. No, no. That was such a good strategy. It was so good. That's okay. I killed him though. And the point is, if you kill that guy, he's dead for good. That was a nice strategy. You just knock him off the edge. I just went a little too far with it. So you see now, I'm hollow and I lost all of my souls. So we can still get them back through the retrieval process. So when I have the other thing on, I don't actually need to retrieve my orbs, or sorry, my souls. They're just still on me. Lock on. There we go. So they're still on me, but when I die without that ring, they just drop. I was trying to turn to face this guy, but it just didn't turn fast enough. I just feel a little slow on this guy. I don't know. It's okay. I could just probably play it safer and try not to die more than I have to. Like here, I could just pop out a shield, bait out this attack, and then run in for the kill, because I know I can kill him in melee range. And this one I always like to bring this guy out. I think I've done it every time so far. So the other thing I'm doing here is a common strategy in Dark Souls. I could just like run at people and just go swinging like I've been doing. And I shouldn't be doing that. What I should be doing is baiting out their attack and punishing them for basically for not doing it correctly. Can I hit him? Alright, so we're at an impasse. We can't hit each other. But if I back up, maybe I can. Huh? No? No? Here? There we go. Get back a little bit. That rock was stopping me, but it's okay. So you see that green little orb thing? I think you saw it previously when I was fighting the old Dragon Slayer. This is my bloodstain from dying, falling off this edge. I can use it and retrieve my souls. I don't get back my humanity though. So that's something to keep in mind. And it's a shame because here we're about to fight a boss. So what I could do is I could restore my humanity with an effigy, but I think I deserve to suffer just a little bit for my transgressions. I'm not going to use one. This is an interesting boss. I actually really enjoyed this one. Skeleton Lords. So there's 3 people instead of just your standard. But if you notice, their individual health is rather weak. The reason for that is because they summon other skeletons. So here, yep, see? So basically the idea with this fight, and this is going to be like, everyone's going to say the same thing. It doesn't really matter which order you summon these extra skeletons in. I thought that was going to one-shot, and that was my mistake. The order of the skeletons doesn't matter, but what you want to try for is to kill the extras, the ads, and then go for the these guys. So you only want to kill one of these guys at a time, which I can do pretty... Oh, come on. Oh, gosh. I was gonna say I can do pretty easy, and then I get like whacked a couple times. They do have fire, pyromancy, so just watch out for that. You can bait one out from that guy and then stab this guy. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I have a certain order that I like to do this in. Basically, there's a reason I'm leaving that one with a cool staff for last. And you'll see in a second. But basically, this is the idea. You want to kill one, then kill all the ones that spawn from that guy, then kill the next one, then kill all the ones that spawn from that guy. So here, I'm going to go up and I'm going to hit him a bit, not be dumb, and remember that I don't have the stamina that I think I do. When this guy dies, the one with the bone staff, the most nasty of all gets summoned. These are the spike wheel skeletons, and they are not fun because they do this. And that thing will mess you up, and they're fast. So I like to take care of them last because I don't have to deal with anything else while I'm fighting them. It's a lot easier for me. Those guys, if they actually hit you, they can just keep hitting you for a long time, and they're gonna be ridiculously impossible to find and hit. They recover really fast. Another boss bites the dust. Another boss bites the dust. This is where you... Aw, yeah. So I might do... I'm going to leave the hollow on, at least until a certain boss which I want a summon for. But, yeah, I'll leave it on. Why not? And then I'll probably do some more co-op offline again, and restore my humanity that way. It's an easy way to do it. So here is Harvest Valley, and that right there is Earthen Peak, which is where we're headed. This is poison, so you want to run through that. If you notice, my butt is all green and poisoned. That's why the poison meter is still going up. When that eventually fades, and you see it's kind of going down. The poison's still going up, and then the bottom of my boots, and I'm clean. And now, only now will the poison actually start going down. So, good way to reset the poison: take a nap at the bonfire. It works out. Actually, what I want to do here is I'm going to show you guys. I'm just going to go repair my my ring and put it back on. I really like having it. It makes no sense in a no death run to have that ring because you shouldn't die. But for me, this is just, a walkthrough tutorial kind of, not tutorial, but walkthrough of the game. So it's alright to put on because I expect to die a few times. That's is that 3? Is that 3 deaths? I should keep a count. I should definitely keep a count of my deaths. Yeah. I'll put it in like the video description or something. But yeah. So Harvest Valley. Let's head back here. So this was when we went through the Huntsman's Copse. It leads to the Harvest Valley. And this Harvest Valley leads to Earthen Peak, where we'll find our next boss.
Are you a traveller?
Yes, I am.
I'm Chloanne, an ore stone trader. I travel about collecting rare stones, which I sell to make my living. I never planned to visit this God's forsaken place. But I don't know. I just sort of ended up here. I must have just wandered in. But now that I'm here, I've been scouting around for rare bits. Oh, don't look at me like that. Many of these stones are quite useful. For instance, certain stones are used in smithing. Oh, now your ears prick up.
Smithing, you say?
I've extras if you can pay. This is my trade, after all.
Alright, so Chloanne is a ore trader. I also like the fact that she says the God's Forsaken Place and it has the S. I kind of like that addition just because, like, we always say God Forsaken if you have a single deity that you worship, but God's Forsaken is actually the term if you are a multi-god culture, which they are. I like that little details. She has Dead Again. Cast dark flame upon corpses, causing them to combust violently. Sounds really cool. I don't know if I'll actually use it though. She's also got a bonfire ascetic, which strengthens nearby foes, and she's got the titanite shards, just like the blacksmith. Nothing I need right now, but
I came here in
maybe
search
I'll
of
buy
rare
some stuff later.
stones, but the place is nothing like I was told. All this poison, and you can't get very far inside. Don't just go haplessly wandering about.
That's funny because she haplessly wandered into Dren Lake.
These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, each is unique. Some of them are used to smith weapons and armor, and some unique stones provide special benefits. Some of them are extremely rare and should be used with great thrift. None of the differences are easily spotted, but I've learned quite a lot, really. Drang Lake, how is it that I ended up here? It's funny. I can't seem to remember.
So she's also going hollow and losing her memories. She doesn't know how she got here. She doesn't really know why she came in the first place and all this stuff.
I've searched every nook and cranny here. I suppose it's time to move on. Perhaps we'll meet again, if we live that long.
So
I suppose it's about time.
So now that she says she's going to move shop, she's basically going to head back to Majula with everybody else. So that's good. She'll be very easy to access at that point. This is Harvest Moon Valley, so I'm going to take out the skeleton over here. Alright, so if you look, there are just a crap ton of items in there, but that's a poison mist. So first of all, there's this guy. I don't know how resistant he is to dark magic. Not very. And the reason I say that is because he actually shoots a dark orb, so I didn't know if he had some like innate resistance. You don't want that thing hitting you though. Alright. So now that I took him out, here's what I like to do for this area. It's poison everywhere, right? So generally you could do something like this, where you hop down, you kill any skeletons that get in your way, and you run up here to the safe spot and wait for the poison to go all the way down. Then come back through here and reset. This guy got hit. Watch this. Yeah, he just got whacked by that orb thing. But that's lame. That's lame. Here's what I like to do. You run through, and the minute this poison's about to set in, poisoned, pop a life gem. Now, if you look at my health, yeah, I'm poisoned. I'm running around in poison fog. The poison's not actually getting worse being in this area. Just keep a life gem on. You see, I'm actually almost out of poison, but I'm probably gonna get poisoned running back. No, actually I made it. So I've actually, I made it through all that poison. 2 life gems, and I picked up every single item in that area. So that's my favorite way of doing that. And now we found a fragrant branch of yore, which cures the petrification. And also, our favorite merchant, Gavlan. I want to wheel, you deal.
Gavlan doing. Gavlan will. Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. What you want.
Whoa.
With Gavlan.
With Gavlan, you wheel, you deal. So now he sells the Ring of Giants again. You can actually buy the second one. They don't stack, but Now it's 6,000. And he actually doesn't appear in the other area anymore. He also sells these arrows, but we already bought them. Same poison stuff. And he lets you sell back items. And actually, I have duplicates of all of these, except the rogue hood I don't know about. But I have duplicates. I actually cleared out my inventory, made it really easier to access stuff. I recommend doing that if you you get easily swamped in your inventory. The only thing I haven't really done is messed with my this page, the inventory page. The weapons I got and all this stuff I cleared out, a lot of it. I cleared this out of pretty much everything that didn't have to do with dark, and then I found that just now. So I'll clear out the other inventory page probably before next episode. And by clear out, I just mean I'm going to make sure that it's nice. Okay. So here you get poisoned. Well, what can you do? I mean, yeah. But since I'm already poisoned, there's no harm in running through poison. Like that's kind of the good thing about it, is like, it sucks to get poisoned, but once you're already poisoned, like there's no like harm in just continuing to stand in poison if you have some way of dealing with it and while it's on. Now if you completely heal yourself of poison, that's a different story, because if you do that, then then you have to actually worry about getting re-poisoned. Oh come on. Oh come on. There we go. Oh man. Really? 4 deaths? 5 deaths? That's sad. Alright, that makes me a little aggravated just because that's so bad. I think I also just ran through the deepest part of that. I don't even care. I'm gonna get poisoned again. Whatever. See that thing just shoot up? Oh, I used it too early. Crap. If you use the life gem too early and you get up to full health, it just stops working. Alright. So once again, the Ring of Life Protection, this time I was already hollow, so it didn't prevent me from, becoming hollow. It did stop me from becoming more hollow though, so my health is still the same as what it would be, as what it was like prior to my death. So that's something to be thankful for a little bit. The other thing is I didn't actually need to recollect any of the souls that I would have lost from death. So this guy looks like he has, let's see, he's 10. Whoa, that one did 400 damage, but I think there was a critical or something. But it looks like he has about 1200 HP. Just based on, there's 400, 6, 8, 10. Oh, maybe it's 1400. It's kind of nice though, having like a spell that does like a solid damage. Now, what really sucks about dying there? Yeah, I was this close. Alright, well, that about wraps it up for this episode. I want to thank you guys for watching, and next time we will take on the front gates of Earthen Peak. See ya.